Look at this. Look at this stuff. Look at this. You gotta fill out all this stuff. There was all these different packets. And it said you should fill out every single packet. You should fill out every single packet because one is for your Medi-Cal. So that must be to help you fix your tooth if you need it. One is to help you get any like housing, emergency housing or help. And then one is for your food stamps. And then one, I guess, if you could qualify for anything. Money, that must be like the welfare money part. Look at all this paper. You have to do all this. I'm going to have to bring it back on Monday. I'm just going to have to stay with a broken tooth. Look at all this paper. They say you have to fill all these out. Look at how many there are. I'm going to be filling this out for days. Holy manoli. Well, I don't know if I wanted housing. What should I do, children of God? Maybe I should return it somewhere where we wouldn't care if we ended up in temporary housing. Seems stupid to get temporary housing out here. We wanted to be out by the end of the summer, or by the beginning of summer. Oh gosh, this thing is huge. Oh, look at that though. They show you where the office is in Blythe, Banning, Cathedral City. I love Blythe. I love Blythe. But I promised the city of Palm Springs that I would leave the power of God at least the last 3 weeks, or at least 3 more weeks. Oh, there's one called Jerupa. Oh, that's Riverside. Riverside's kind of crowded. Lake Elsinore. They got a Lake Elsinore. Oh, they got one in Mecca. Oh, that's kind of fun. You know, I wouldn't mind getting temporary something in Mecca. That sounds kind of fun. Mecca's got all the farming. I was fascinated when I got here that the desert does farming. And then I was fascinated about SkyValley and how the desert could have a ranch and a countryside to it. All right, I guess I'll have to fill out all these dang things and end up wherever it takes me, I guess. Well, that's what the internet said I had to do, so... And I don't want to be missing a paper when I come back, because obviously, look at what you got to go through. All right. Well, never mind, children of God. This is going to take me days to fill out all these papers, so I'll just go to work in one of these app jobs and make some money and make a few bucks. Because, like, I'm not going to get anywhere fast. You can tell this is going to take a while to fill this out. They're not open again until Monday anyway. Okay. Sorry, children of God. The children of God were already getting excited because they have friends. Okay, so I told the children of God about how I had gotten on welfare years ago and my powers benefited like really, really good people on welfare. Well, the children of God have been flooding in with stories and stories and stories. 5 billion tons of children of God were like, yeah, my friends were on welfare, and it was amazing how good they were doing when they're always struggling. And, you know, so they're all excited. And all the children of God want to join with the gods through my queen, and follow all the miracles that happen once I'm on welfare for a while or something. And it's like, I don't know how long I'll be on it or how it's going to work, but I'll go ahead and do the paperwork and turn in Monday. I really wanted to have somewhere else that I wanted to. I wanted that advertising sales job. I love selling advertising. It's fun, and it's just fun. I'm a dead god. I don't want a job with responsibility. I don't want a job where I have to work hard. I don't want a job where I have to build from nothing. I just want a job where the power of God does everything. And I can enjoy that I am the power of God. And it does all the work. So I'm just trying to find some silly, ridiculous, fun job that pays decent, where I would be a benefit to the company so they'd want me to keep working there. That's all I'm trying to do. And these goddamn countries won't even let me do that. I'm getting a little pissed off. Why? Because I got a job within days before and traveled everywhere. And I could have found a city I wanted to move to back then. But I didn't want to move back then. My death hates to be reminded of what I'm going through. At this point, my powers are just going to overload punishment, death overload against them all. But I get tired of being so stuck on purpose by nothings. God, by the time they hit death, it's so fucking forever, but I don't care at all. All I can think of right now is that I could get a sales job in 2 seconds all the time. And all of a sudden now I can't even find a fucking job. There's nothing I'm not going to do to these people. And sadly, they're no competition for God, so it's sad, but I don't care. When I told them at my resurrection process, you better run, they should have done it. Just a little pissed off. Because life sucks, and it doesn't have to. And every day that I sit in death, suffering, sucky shit. 5 billion tons of death hits everybody, not just the worst ones. Because every time somebody does something bad or wrong, it's tapping into what the United States invited me in some percentage of punishments because they contributed bad and gross on a planet that had murdered God. God, this stuff sucks. You know, now I could argue with my husband more because now I realize the dilly of a bitch in every choice. Well, gotta go get a pen. And boy, am I gonna be filling out paperwork. Well, fuck it. Fucking check it again. The one thing I have gotten really good at, being a dead, oppressed God, is fuck it and chuck it. I got really good at fucking chuck it, being so dead and so fucking mistreated all the time. But I can fight back, and they really should have thought of that because I'll never stop. But like, I don't even give a shit anymore. Well, alright. Let's see. It's Friday, so we can't be productive till Monday. So pretty much any app job or whatever money I can make until Monday. My tooth is going to stay however it is. If I have extra pain, I'm just going to have to ask the gods if God pot nature marijuana helps. It does help with cancer and going to sleep. Maybe it'll help with tooth pain. What else do I have? I have some cold pills. What else could I use? Tylenol, maybe just Tylenol PM, but like I tend to be very sensitive because I'm very sensitive death. I don't like needles. I don't like anything. I can't stand anything touching me. I don't like smells. Everything makes me want to kill forever and never stop. I pretty much have to live next to a trucker and remember good, amazing people and things that matter, I swear. So you're right. I'm going to take this pissy grouchiness and I'm going to go have all those arguments with those husbands that were screaming at me, because now I get what they're screaming about, because I see my own problems in every damn thing all the time. All right, children, go see. All right, I think I'm just going to get a silly drink, because at this point, you don't want to spend too much money, but, like, you got to eat and drink, because, like, yeah, keep your stomach full. So I'll get a silly, stupid, cheap drink and a silly, stupid, cheap thing to eat. So, yeah, it'll be like Del Taco and whatever till I start working some more and earning some more. No, everything's fine. The Lyft company that I created with my powers, they let the rapist get written up and get complaints 30 fucking times and still rape and get his last paycheck. I'm the one that they fire every 5 seconds and make sure I don't have shit when they do it. Paybacks are heartless. Don't ever look